Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2021. The album, The Ultimate Collection, Dad, AF. Rock on gold dust. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Come on, oh please take me down. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. And that last rendition was, well, it was off the charts, wasn't it? Now, if you want to get all of my music, you can get it over on my CD, which is called Dad AF by Peter Monn. No, this is totally fake. But I have to tell you, somebody sent this to me, and I wish I remembered who it was, so please email me and remind me who you were, because this is so fantastic. Somebody made this for me, and you can see it is an actual CD. They made the CD and everything. It has all the music on it, and inside it's dedicated to Little Peepee, and it has all of my songs that I sing on the back here. And then at the bottom, at the very, very bottom, if you look, the record company, this is so hilarious, is Beast Records, the Peepee, Tucker, and Boo Radley Company, all rights reserved. And the songs on here are Gold Dust Woman, I'm Every Woman, You Spin Me Ride Round, Baby Ride Round, like a record player, like a record baby. Every rose has its thorn. Kiss me deadly. Little lies, tell me sweet little lies. Well, since we're talking about Jeffree Star today, I should have used that one, shouldn't I? But it has all the songs on here that I sang in my intro. And I love that so much. This was the most fantastic gift in the entire world. Now listen, boys and girls of drama class. Are you here? Do you have, first of all, I need to put on, teacher needs to get ready, okay? Teacher needs to get ready. I'm in the teacher's lounge. I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to teach one more class today. I'm putting on my lip balm to get ready for class, and I am ready to go. Do you have your number 2 pencil? Okay. Do you have your composition notebook? Now, here from the other day, you can see on day 1, I have Drama Class 220. It's written right here. Now, today, if you turn the page, I have Drama Class 222 is written here. See, I got all kinds of notes today. Well, first we have to do the birthday shout-outs. And then we're going to talk about Trisha Paytas and how she is coming for Shane and Ryland. A little bit for Jeffree Star, too. And then we're going to talk about Jeffree Star getting ultra shady. And then we're going to talk about Jeffree Star and business is not doing so great these days. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I have some facts that I found, which are very, very interesting. All right, so let's get into this. I just have 2 birthday shout-outs I want to give really, really quickly. Oh my God, I found these t-shirts at this, I'm going to order one, and it says Queen on it, and it's Dolly Parton's like head, and it's from Music City Creative. I found it on Instagram. I'm so excited. So Music City Creative. Go over there and shop. Not sponsored. I just found them on Instagram last night, but I'm going to order one of these shirts because isn't that the coolest shirt in the entire world? Anyway, and I love Dolly Parton because she was in my favorite Christmas movie of life, Smoky Mountain Christmas. I'm dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas. And she's playing her guitar on the front porch. You can take the girl from the country, I have heard them say, but you cannot take the country from the girl. Anyway, it's my favorite country. She is my all-time favorite country music singer. Well, maybe Patsy Cline or Loretta Lynn, but I love Dolly Parton so much. Jolene. Boost! All right. And 9 to 5 with Dora Lee. I love that movie so much. 9 to 5 is one of my all-time favorite movies. When I was a little kid, I would walk around and I would put balloons in my shirt and I acted like I was Dora Lee and I'd say, and I can change you from a rooster to a hen with one shot. And don't think I won't do it either. And everybody would always be like, do Dolly Parton. And oh my God, I love Dolly Parton so much when I was a little kid. Do you love that movie 9 to 5? Oh, so good. I asked my husband the other day, I said, who's your favorite character in the movie 9 to 5? And he goes, I've never heard of that movie before. And I was like, I'm about fainting a million faints. Anyway, I digress. My first birthday shout out that I want to give is to Terry. Today is Terry's 36th birthday. I think it's either tomorrow or today. And so I want to give a very happy shout out to Terry for her 36th birthday. The next one is from Brittany. And Brittany said that tomorrow is her 9 years clean, which is fantastic. Congratulations for that. And that she is also 29 weeks pregnant. So anyway, she said, I also may or may not have just eaten half a cake to myself. Well, girl, I'm not pregnant, and that's kind of my life on a regular basis. So anyway, let's get into today's drama at 5 minutes and 29 seconds. The first drama we're going to talk about is Trisha. The drama that just will not stop with Trisha Paytas. She just keeps on coming for Ryland and keeps on coming for Shane. And she's not going to let this die. I really don't think Trisha Paytas is going to back away from this until they come out and do something or say something, right? I really don't, you know? So anyway, Trisha Paytas put up these 2 TikToks. The second one was all about David Dobrik. You can go check them out. She's got music on in the background, so I'm not going to play them on this one. But I did take many notes. I actually sat there and watched the TikTok like 15 times so I could get every part of it. It's titled, appropriately, Irrelevant Trash. I guess that's what she thinks of Ryland Adams and Shane Dawson. But anyway, the first thing that she said is that Ryland came out in his newest episode of The Sip. I didn't watch it, okay? Nobody was sending stuff to me saying, you need to go watch this, and I don't watch it unless I absolutely have to for like fact checking or doing research and stuff like that because, quite frankly, I think it's one of the most boring things on YouTube, okay? I mean, now I Googled if snakes poop, but I didn't look to see if there's any videos of snake pooping, but if there are, I'm sure that Ryland Adams, The Sip, is a close second to videos of snakes pooping on YouTube. I'm just saying. So, in my opinion, it's my opinion. That's my favorite little video GIF clip of life from Real Housewives of Orange County. I love that so much. Losing fans because people are very protective of Ryland and The Sip and Lizzie. Don't forget Lizzie. I know Ryland. Now Ryland forgets that Lizzie's even on the show sometimes. Don't include her in the thumbnails, and you know she's just kind of a secondhand thought. But anyway. So she goes in there, Trisha goes in there and she says that Ryland says that he's not going to talk about tea because he doesn't like it when people talk about him and Shane. He's got to prove a point now is what he's going to do. It's like, listen, okay? You got a podcast that's called The Sip, okay? You just came out with merch showing pouring tea, okay? Because you're going to do a podcast about the tea. And this has been my thing from the very get-go with this podcast, and people want to know why I think it's boring. Okay. It would be like if you went to a drama video in the first 15 minutes where somebody just like singing songs and telling stories about their life. No, but like really, that's me, you know? But no, it'd be like going to a true crime podcast and you're like going over, and listen, the majority of the people that come over here to watch my videos, they come over here to watch the videos for me. And probably the people that go over and watch Ryland's videos, the few that do, it's probably because they really like Ryland and they're waiting to see if Shane happens to pop out at some point. I have to believe that's what it's about, you know? I don't think they're over there for all the, you know, exclusivity of him talking with his best friend, Lizzie, or whatever she is, about the biggest stories in pop culture, because they hardly ever talk about the biggest stories of pop culture, okay? And they're called The Sip. And I thought that's what it was supposed to be. I thought it was about... He talked about, you know, how he used to work for Clever News, and this has always been his dream, and he wanted to do this podcast. But the podcast is always just stupid stories is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. It's boring. Like I said, snakes pooping. I find that a little bit more interesting. So anyway, she goes in there and she kind of reads them for that. And then she says, she goes, boo-boo, people aren't talking about you. They're talking about Shane, is what Trisha says. I don't know if that's true or not. You let me know. And then she goes in there and she says, you're just a fiance. You're just a mouthpiece, okay? So basically what she's accusing Ryland of is that Ryland is the mouthpiece for Shane, okay? Now, a lot of people have been speculating this, but Trisha being so close to the story and being behind the scenes, maybe it's true. I don't know, okay? That really Shane is using Ryland for whatever he wants to say. You know, I would find that to be true. It seems to be that way. And even if Ryland is not Shane's mouthpiece, what's interesting to me about it is that like Shane and Rylan seem to agree about all this stuff. You know, anytime that we've seen, like, you know, when Tati, the video came out, they're like following each other around, and Shane's like, that's not it, and Rylan's in the background, and then he came out and said, don't tray me, and all that kind of stuff. They seem to be, you know, kind of really, it's interesting to me, I have to just say, like being married and having been with my husband for 12 and a half years, it's like, there's a lot of situations that happen, even in our personal life, where like, we don't necessarily, just because we're partners in life, agree on everything that happens. Even family situations. I'll be like, well, this is what I think. And he'll be like, well, I don't think that. So that's interesting to me that they seem to be so closely aligned with their perspective on this whole situation of what's happened to Shane in the public eye. But you know what? Birds of a feather flock together. So anyway, she then comes out and says, why do you have a tea bag on your merch if you're rebranding? And because he just came out with this merch, which I talked about, a lot of people are very upset with him because he said that they are Shane told her that they are distancing themselves from Jeffree Star, but then they used killer merch for their merchandise for the sip. No, it's BS. It's absolute BS. There's a ton of merch shops out there that they could have used, and they decided to go with killer merch. And so yet again, it's cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's all about the money, okay? And I think that we know that by now. And this is the thing. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Like, I mean, this is literally like an SHIT show. Just like, at this point, there are so many things that Rylan and Shane would have to address that I have to believe that if Shane's going to come out at some point, he's just going to come out and be like, what? Like, you know, F you if you don't like me, I'm going to do what I want to do. Because there's so much at this point, like, that, I mean, now they're being caught in that lie. So you distance yourself from Jeffree Star, but you're using his merchandise company. No, that's a complete lie, okay? Because I don't know if you remember this, Shane, but in your own documentary about Jeffree Star, was your second documentary that you did about Jeffree Star, wait a second. Okay, there was Living Life as Jeffree Star for a Day, then there was the second one, and then there was the third one. So your third documentary about Jeffree Star where you got the cash grab conspiracy. You remember that one? The one that's allowing you to sit at home and not work while people have 3 jobs that put money into your pocket. That documentary, you remember that one? Okay, so in that one, you showed, oh God, I forgot. No, you told us that you were on the bathroom floor. We never saw that, I guess. I don't know where that footage is. It must have. But it must be in a computer somewhere that Andrew has. I don't know. But anyway, you told us that you, for the first time in your life, felt really validated because Jeffree Star told you that you got screwed over by your merch. You live one of the most incredibly blessed lives ever and this is where when people say to me like, oh, YouTubers work very hard, I'm a YouTuber, okay? Yes, it's a blessed life. We should each of us be absolutely 100% grateful for every single person out there that chooses to watch our videos, okay? It's a blessing. This is a blessed life. Like, let's just not forget that for 1 second. When I watched that scene and he was talking about, you know, like, oh, I feel so validated now that, you know, blah, 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 whatever, about this merch, I was like, okay, so it's all about the money again. Here we are about the money. So she says all that about it. And she says, oh, by the way, how many tea podcasts do we really need, or something like that? Well, I don't know. Maybe like I said again, people that love Rylan Adams, and Lizzie, don't forget Lizzie, they'll watch that. So then she goes in and she addresses the merch by Killer Merch. And then she says, and you knowingly lied about the Jeffree Star situation. Like, you guys knew about the Hair by Jay thing, and you lied about it. She calls him trash. She said, you're trash, you lied. And she said, you're both snakes and you deserve each other. That's what she said. Now, I have been saying for quite some time that all these people are snakes on the train, or snakes on the plane, and nobody wanted to listen to me about it, okay, you know? But anyway, and then she says that they're scum of the earth, is basically, and that, I don't know, something about, I'm just paraphrasing, but the waters from the heavens are going to come down and cleanse them both, or something like that. I don't know. I couldn't follow up with that. But, losing my receipt. My battery died right as I was reaching for my receipts. My receipts, Whitney. Whatever you want. Okay, let's get into the next story. The next story after the cleansing from the heavens of Shane and Rylan by Trisha Paytas is Jeffree Star getting super shady. Now, I gotta look in my receipts because I got so many receipts in my phone. Receipts, Whitney. Did y'all see this? Okay, hold on a second. Ooh, I forgot about this bag that I found. This out-of-office carry-all bag. Do you guys do that? Do you screenshot stuff you want? It's so cute. It's camouflage and pink. I love that so much. Oh, then here's Mel's and Chris. I love Mel's and Chris so much. Okay, and because they came out and they reviewed the new blueberry iced matcha latte. Okay, Mel's and Chris are this couple. I believe that they're in Texas, and they're reviewers, and we did a video together, because I have a review. If you don't know, I have a review channel called Peter Review Stuff. I have 6 channels, okay? I got a review channel, I got this channel, I got a vlog where I vlog every single night, I got a booktube channel. What else? I have my Peterisms channel that I do like meditations to talk about like stories of my life and mistakes I've made and things I've learned from. And what's my last one? Oh, Peter Does Stuff. That channel over there, people like are really liking that Peter Does Stuff. It's just like me hanging out. It's like old school YouTube. Then I have a true crime book club that I run with my good Judy Mel. Then I also have a Peter's book club, which I just started in January. And I have merch. And I have cameos that you can get as well. And I also feed my dogs on a daily basis, clean the house, and make love to my husband. And I just lost my glasses. So I really don't want to hear about how some of these YouTubers that can only post videos once a month are so busy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. Okay. But I'm going to link Mel's and Chris below because I love them so much. They're so fantastic. And yeah, I just love them. They're one of my favorite reviewers of life. Okay. So anyway, got that screenshot. Oh, some shoes that I want from Todd Snyder and Birkenstock. Somebody sent me a book called The Girl Who Lived Twice. Hold on a second. Oh, Jennifer wanted to know if she could get a happy birthday on the 23rd. She said she's a high school English teacher, but she is always makes time for drama class. She admires my instructional techniques. Hashtag Scantrons, hashtag Teacher Self-Care, hashtag Peter Monn, and hashtag Good Judy. There's James Charles, Cabin Vibes. See, you never know when you might need something, so you got to screenshot it. Okay, that's the next one, Jeffree Star. Oh, this commentary channel, okay, that I found. Hold on a second. Here it is. Here's my screenshot. This is Now Hair by Jay. He put this up here. Here it is. It's Hair by Jay, and he is behind, I almost called him Jeffree Star. Well, oh my Lord, Jeffree Star. That's what I'm going to start calling. Anyway, there he is standing behind the illustrious Jeffree Star doing a dance, or I think he was doing his wig. It was like a boomerang. You know, those boomerangs, they make me nervous. They give me headaches, and I feel like I'm, like standing on a boat or something. Anyway, there he is. So Hair by Jay is back, and he is doing Jeffree Star's makeup now, or doing his wig. Now, he, underneath here, appropriately, humbly, okay, now, hold on a second. Before I get into this hashtag that he put in there, let's remember what all went down. Seriously, okay? When people want to talk about how Jeffree Star comes out and he addresses things and that he's humble, whatever, and all that kind of stuff, right? Whoever thinks that Jeffree Star is humble, you need to go and look up the definition of that word, okay? Now, I will tell you, Jeffree didn't post this, Hair by Jay did. So, but anyway, Jeffree didn't say nothing. It was still up there, so he co-signed it to some degree, right? Okay, Hair by Jay comes out in these videos, right? Against Trisha Paytas on Instagram, okay? Trisha Paytas stands up and she says, no. And the whole social media internet comes for Hair by Jay and says, I cannot believe that you would talk about a woman this way. He talked about her skin, he talked about her hair, and he said something to the effect of, when I'm done with you, ... okay? It was very threatening tone. I watched the whole video, I watched like all of it, and it was very threatening tone, okay? It was, I just couldn't believe it, that he was talking to somebody this way, let alone a woman. I couldn't believe it, So then Jeffree Star didn't respond. He didn't respond. People were asking him, why are you not responding to this? So finally Jeffree Star comes out and he was like, well, I was flying from Wyoming because I'm getting my new dog, yada, yada, yada. So he comes out and he says, Hair by Jay, he doesn't say Hair by Jay. He says, good morning to everybody except for the guy that used to do my hair. Then he comes out and he says, I know this is a surprise to people. Something to I'm just paraphrasing these tweets. He said, to the effect of, I know it surprises people, but I do hold people accountable in my life, okay? And everybody has been speculating if Hair by Jay has been fired or not, right? Well then, about 2 weeks after that, okay, now in the interim, let's remember, this was the precedence for what set off Trisha Paytas not being friends with Shane Dawson anymore and coming out and saying all these things about Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and all these kinds of things, right? And Shane Dawson saying to Trisha, why don't you just come over here and we'll forget about it happening? And she's like, forget about it happening. And her saying that she told him a long time before, and Shane Dawson saying that he was distancing himself from Jeffree Star, which apparently he hasn't done, as I proved to you before with the killer merch situation, right? Okay, so this huge thing that blew up into this huge social media story, right, is now a joke to Jeffree Star and Hair by Jay. Why? Because Hair by Jay hashtagged this with 3 devil faces, hashtag fired, okay? Basically telling us Hair by Jay is everything that we ever thought him to be once that video came out, okay? Every criticism that he got, everything that anybody said about him, every whatever, people were saying all kinds of horrific things about him. This to me says, I didn't learn a damn thing. I don't care to learn a damn thing. I don't care what you think of me. And y'all, I'm going to keep on doing Jeffree Star's hair and charging $4,000 to $5,000 for a wig. So what do you have to say about that, okay? Yet again, all of these people, all they care about is money. It is so sad to me. It just is unbelievable to me. It is so sad to me. Anyway, so that's the Hair by Jay thing, which was interesting that I think that Jeffree Star doesn't realize that, do you remember when I used to talk about how there's like the 30% over here that are diehard Jeffree Star fans, and there are the 30% over here that never really liked him to begin with, and then you've got the 40% in the middle, and those are the ones that are sitting on the fence. They're kind of waiting to see what happens. Well, those 40% and the diehard 30% are the ones that are putting money in your pockets and buying your Birkins and your Louis Vuitton and your houses in Wyoming and all. These are the people that are doing that, right? Okay. I am not of the belief. Now, I do believe that Jeffree Star owns property. It's been speculated that he owns several other businesses. I'm sure that he could do well on that, but I think, like, even with what he showed us, unless he lied in the Shane Dawson series, it appears that the majority of his money comes from makeup and YouTube, okay? That's what it appears to be. Do you remember the numbers that he quoted in that? So, if he came out, which I think Trisha Paytas in the Frenemies podcast said they didn't make what they acted like they made, or they didn't make that much off the conspiracy palette, which is interesting to me. So, if Jeffree Star, okay, if people are starting to look at these things and go, well, there was a Hair by Jay thing you didn't address Shane, you didn't address Trisha, you didn't address this from the past, you really still haven't addressed these past issues that people keep on bringing up, you haven't addressed this, oh, you didn't address the picture that you said was taken down that was in that prom night video, y'all remember that? Never addressed. Oh, all these people that you had problems with, I'm actually going to put a board together, okay? I'm going to put Jeffree Star at the top of it, and you're going to see when you look collectively, I mean, it is at this point, okay? Tab David, we can go to, like, people don't really know. Cam Lester, Tab David, okay? Trisha Paytas, Manny and UA, Laura Lee, Tati Westbrook. I mean, you go on and on and on and on and on. Gabriel Zamora, Nikita Dragon. You go on and on and on, and all the people that surround them as well. Nikki Tutorials never talks about Jeffree Star anymore. He literally has nobody around him. No wonder that he called up his wig guy and said, please be my friend. Do you want to come over and play? Because he has nobody else to be his friend. Literally, the lonely doll. And he did this to himself. Why? Because he's so arrogant and prideful that he just can't see past his ego, you know, that he never thinks he's wrong. He never thinks he does anything wrong. So it's arrogance and it's pride and it's ego. And this person that, you know, if Trisha Paytas wants to call Rylan Adams a mouthpiece for Shane Dawson, fine. Hair by Jay is a mouthpiece for Jeffree Star, because Jeffree Star sure is not coming out and talking about it. Jeffree Star never put out a statement and said, Jay and I had a conversation and we sat down and this is what I said. I didn't care for what you said. So, because if they did, what's interesting about this is, if Jeffree came out and said, Hair by Jay told me that, you know, he feels really bad for what he said by Trisha, blah, blah, blah. Then to come out and post this picture is making a complete mockery of the whole situation, right? Which means that Jeffree Star and Hair by Jay are sitting over there laughing at this whole situation. Wow. That's pretty cool behavior for a CEO of a major makeup corporation, okay? Somebody that all these people look up to. This is how you treat people in your life. Just saying. So then you go over to the Reddit, the Beauty Guru Reddit over there, and people are talking about, oh God, I got out of it. Hold on a second, I had it screenshotted. People are talking about Jeffree Star's numbers, and this was really interesting. Apparently, I'm gonna have to find it on here, because if I don't read it exactly as it is, it won't make any sense to you guys. But if you go over there, people have found Jeffree Star's numbers, here it is, on Shopify, okay? Jeffree Star Cosmetics view amount of unsold units on website Shopify exploit. Now, I don't know how they came up with these numbers, but enough people over here have looked it up and done the research themselves that it seems to be accurate, allegedly. I don't know. So when you go underneath here, it shows how many units each one of these still has. Supreme Gloss, all these Supreme Glosses, right? So somebody said, how interesting. I always wonder how many units are sold when brands do the whole, we sold out in 4 minutes and we ordered so much. Very cool to see concrete numbers. To be honest, most of the time they do that, they just did small batch releases because sometimes they need time to gauge how well a product is really received. So they order, say, 10,000 units, then they release 5,000 units. They wait for the initial thoughts, reviews, customer inquiries, and the overall general demand. Then they use that as a basis for the next production orders, if any are needed. This way, if a product is really a flop, they can at least say that it's sold out, so the brand doesn't have to take a hit. And somebody says, cough, cough, Jaclyn Hill mystery boxes. I agree. So then it goes underneath here and somebody explains how you look up the numbers. Since updating his website and uncapping the number of units you can purchase, you can now exploit Shopify to show you the remaining units of any product on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics website. I added 100,000 units to my cart and went to checkout. You get an arrow showing you the remaining stock available for purchase. Most shades of the Supreme Gloss have 40 to 50,000 remaining units. He's sitting on an insane amount of unsold product. And then they say, karma is a, you know what? And someone says, a lot of people are misunderstanding the screenshot. The $100,000 or 100,000 is an imaginary number. We have no way of seeing the initial stock Jeffree Star Cosmetics ordered, only the remaining stock. You can input any large number into your cart and try to check out in order to view the remaining stock, which is the number on the right. If the number of products you try to purchase exceeds the available stock on the website, Shopify will show you how many products are actually available. In the screenshot above, I tried to purchase 100,000 units, and my cart was updated to show 100,000 units is greater than 37,480 for the first item. The 37,480 shows how many items are available to purchase and are left in the warehouse. Very interesting. And people go in here and they're like, wow, wow, wow. Somebody's calling them gloopy gloppy lip balms. I mean, people go in here and they're not. It's just interesting. So, people are saying that people don't really care about his videos as much anymore. Now, I have to tell you, I went in to look at his most recent video, which is about the Cavity Palette and Blood Sugar Anniversary Collection. It is currently sitting, I think after 2 days, at 1.1 million views. It has 58,000 likes and 5,000 dislikes, which is average for Jeffree Star. I actually went in and I looked to see if his sales are really down. The Alien Palette reveal is currently sitting at 5.3 million views. The Blood Money Palette is sitting at 3 million views. The Blood Sugar is 5.8. Thirsty is at 4.7. Blue Blood is at 11 million. And Jawbreaker is 9.6. So, you know, I think Thirsty, Blue Blood, and Jawbreaker are the Blood Money, okay. So they kind of like go backwards in order of the release, I think. So anyway, it's very, very interesting to see that he's not pulling the same numbers that he was before. Okay, so let's just say if people are not purchasing Jeffree Star Cosmetics items as much because, like compared to the Jawbreaker, let's see, which had 9.6, okay? Let's just say if people aren't buying his products as much and people always want to say, well, it's because of COVID or people don't have a lot of money right now. I totally think that's a fair statement, okay? I do not believe people are spending as much money right now on cosmetics and these kind of collector items and things like that because the anniversary is kind of a collector's item. If that's the case, right, wouldn't you still be getting the same amount of views on YouTube? Wouldn't you still be pulling anywhere from 5 to 10 million views a video or 3 million views at least on your launch? Just because people aren't buying it doesn't mean that people won't be watching them, especially the people that are diehard fans, which means that Jeffree Star's diehard fans are not as interested in him anymore, you know? And when you go over to his Social Blade, you can totally see this to be true. I mean, back in the day, all of us drama channels, we used to compare, like James Charles to Jeffree Star and all this kind of stuff. You know, here it is. Jeffree Star 3 days ago on Saturday lost another 100,000 subscribers. So he's lost 200,000 in the last 28 days. He's not gaining. He's going down. People are not interested in Jeffree Star anymore. And you know, the thing is this. He's sitting at 16.6 million subscribers, it says. But I think the thing that people forget is that you know, you could sit at 10 million subscribers and get 30,000 views. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that have, you know, several 100,000, 500,000 subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 5 million subscribers, and they literally get like 18,000 views a video, 50,000. I mean, not anything compared to, you know, what they used to get. So, I mean, there could be the day that Jeffree Star people don't watch it. I still go back to what I said, you know, several months ago with all of this stuff started, you know, with the Shane Dawson thing. It's like, if Jeffree Star would have come out at that point and just said, you guys, like, I have totally screwed up. Like, I have lost favor with you guys. I want to make it right. And going forward, I want to be a good person to you guys. And you matter so much to me and yada, 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 right? Even if he didn't believe it, okay? If he had come out and said that and just tried, I don't even know that he has the ability to be genuine and authentic, but tried to be genuine and authentic, and then from that point on, hid everything that he did on social media, like the Hair by Jay stuff, all that kind of stuff, like really come out and said, I'm firing you. There's enough hair people out there that Jeffree Star does not have to align himself with Hair by Jay. And Hair by Jay, at this point, is financially causing Jeffree Star problems because people are seeing this and they're like, so if you're going to continue to align yourself with him, like I said, I got comments from fans and stans that they sent to me, and they said, if Jeffree Star supports Hair by Jay coming for Trisha Paytas' weight and skin, I'm somebody that struggles with my skin and my weight too. What would Jeffree Star say to me? And I've purchased all of his products. There's a lot of fans that feel that way, you know? Jeffree Star supports this person making fun of a woman with skin and, you know, weight issues and whatever, that somebody that's been honest about those things too. What would Jeffree Star say to me? Or does he really care about my money? And I think that's the question. And, you know, had Jeffree Star come out 2 or 3 months ago and tried to rectify this situation, I think it might have been savable. I don't think it is at this point. I just don't think it is. And I don't know that he really cares. He hardly ever puts videos up anymore. He did the elf video the other day and everybody came for him on that. And, you know, now he did his launch and his products aren't selling out at all anymore. So, you know, it's interesting to me. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.